I'll talk about it in a minute. Hey, Dripping Springs. It is Ashley and Amber, 4-ish o'clock on a Wednesday. So it is time for Weekly Drip. Happy Founders Day weekend, friend. How are you?
I am so pumped. Founders Day is one of my favorites. I mean, I feel like you know this about me. I feel like our viewers know this about me, but I love people. I love peopling. I love talking to people. I love hanging out. I love all of that. And I love food. So Founders Day is like it's like the ultimate me. Like, yay, we get to go out, we get to hang out with all of our friends, we get to talk, get to eat, our kids get to run amok and ride all the rides, and
all the fun.
I love it so much. I have so much fun at Founders Day. How about you? Are you excited?
I am excited. I am definitely excited. I was making sure the internet could see this broadcast. In fact, I picked up a new hat. Let me see if I can get it to come into focus. Maybe it's backwards, but it says, "Welcome to Fabulous Drinking Springs." And Revival Hat Bar is going to be on Mercer Street, really close to Vintage Soul. And they'll be selling these bad boys. I happen to have spotted them in the wild, and I got to snag one before the festivities started. So I thought, what better place to wear it for its big debut than here? But look, it's so cute. I'm excited.
It is super cute. It is super cute.
But I know that Founders isn't what we're going to yap on. Maybe next week after we've had all the fun, we can tell you all the things. But before we get to our actual topic, quick reminder that the half price carnival tickets are at several places around town, and you're going to want to go and grab those up. So I'm going to give you a quick list of where you can find them. Eventually, there we go. Southstar Bank, Lone Star Capital Bank, Prosperity Bank, Sunflower Bank, Martin's Wellness, aka Dripping Springs Pharmacy, the Development Services Building, and Texas Regional Bank. So if you go now before they sell out, you can get them for half price. Otherwise, you'll have to really pony up at that carnival, and you can use last year's tickets. So that's my Founders Day pro tip. I try to smush all my words together. That didn't go too well.
Yes, it's worth it to dig out your old tickets if you still have those and hold on to any tickets you don't use this year, because they do go up in price. I noticed last year they were half price. This year it's a sheet of 70 is $40. So it's not quite half price, but definitely heavily discounted to purchase those early.
Well, then does that mean full price went up?
I think they're $1 a ticket. So once you get to Founders Day, instead of 70 for $40, it's 70 for $70.
Okay.
So I guess they went up $5 from last year from their half price.
Oh, man, inflation impacted everything, right? Even the price of carnival rides.
Yes. And if you want to come and see me, I will also have a booth at Founders Day. I'm going to be on Wallace Street, kind of towards the end, over going closer to the side where Alchemy and Pizza Hut and all of them are. I'm going to be almost right on the end. I'm going to have a photo booth. I've got it all situated. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be hanging out. And everyone is welcome to come and see me over there too.
I love it. It's going to be a great weekend. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. What are we going to talk about today?
We are going to talk about the businesses that have supported us in the different shenanigans that Ashley and I get up to between Weekly Drip Book Club and Weekly Drip Social Club, and just in general, our shenanigans around town, the things that we get excited about, and we want everyone to join us to celebrate different things. We just wanted to take a moment today to express our gratitude for some of those businesses that have been just really accommodating and supportive of us, whether we had a big group or a small group. We just are so grateful for the other Dripping Springs businesses that are opening their doors to us and letting us bring all of our friends with us and taking good care of us. And not that things are always perfect, because nothing is perfect, but definitely these businesses are ones that have gone above and beyond to make sure that we were taken care of. And we are just so grateful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when I think about like who are the folks that I will immediately call if I need a space, the first call I make is to Fairlane. I call the owners Cass and Kevin, and they always say, yes, we are so down and we will figure it out. Because inevitably when I call, I'm like, hey, I have an idea. And what they know is it's never happened before. So who knows what we're going to expect, right? It could be a big turnout. I mean, we've had as many as like 30 people join us there for something. It could be as small as one of our like book club chapter meetups, which is like 6 to 7 people. We've hosted a costume swap at Halloween there. I mean, that's like super unique for a coffee to cocktail bar environment, that they're just so welcoming and accommodating. And I'm like, hey, let's do this thing. And every time they always say yes. And I'm so grateful to them. So that's who I think of immediately when I think of where can I go? Who will say yes? And it is always them. And I just really appreciate you guys so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They have been incredible. And I'm going to be real honest, y'all. There's been times where I forgot to book the venue until last minute, and even still they cover us. So thank you for helping Ashley and I to look like rock stars.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Who do you have on the top of your list? Who do you have come to mind?
I mean, there's a couple, but one that really stood out recently was Nat Cat Flavors.
Yes.
We went there. We weren't really sure if we were all going to fit in that space, but they were so accommodating. They had everything, all the tables set aside for us when we got there. They even offered us some drink specials for everybody who came, which was so wonderful. Not required by any means, but we so appreciate it. They were wonderful. They were constantly checking in with us to make sure that we didn't need anything and to make sure everybody was taken care of. I don't think that you could meet a more wonderful couple that really care about their service and really care about taking care of their customers. And I just really, really appreciate them as well for accommodating us and just making it work. And it was a great time there.
Oh my gosh. And the food was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Man, that was a good one. That's a really good one. We didn't like chat about this before we hopped on, by the way. So she didn't know who I would say. I didn't know who she would say, but oh, that's a really, really good one. Yeah. That family is also a supporter of our local library, and anybody that supports our local library is a friend to me. So I love that.
Yes.
I love that. For larger groups, I've appreciated that we, although you can't make a reservation, you got to show up early and kind of claim your space. But I really appreciate Dripping Springs Distilling for accommodating whatever we kind of roll in there with. Nobody seems to really bat an eye when you bring a parapet into a distillery, and they're like, yeah, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah, it's just book club.
Yeah, if you don't know what a parapet is, look it up.
You could ask us. We're happy to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to open Pandora's box for you. Next thing you know, it's hours and hours and hours of reading, but it's a really fun adventure. And so we've had book club there. We've done a couple of brunches there. I've seen other things happening, honestly, at the same time. I've seen our local Mahjong group meet up there. It's just like it's a great place to bring a crowd. And it's always consistent and delicious. And so that would be my other pick.
Oh, their fried pickles and their nachos.
Yeah.
Good choices. Good
Yes.
choices. Another one that I super love is Crowded Barrel. It's a little bit off the beaten path. It's not in technically in Dripping Springs area. It's in the 78737 over by Rimrock off of 1826. But they are So wonderful. So wonderful. Another group that they will bend over backwards to make sure that we are accommodated. And I feel like I'm saying that in such a way that people will think that we make things complicated and we're challenging to take care of. And I don't mean it that way at all. There's just a difference when you're dealing with people that really have a passion for what they're doing and really care about the place that they work. And these are businesses that you can really tell that they care. They aren't just there to make money. They actually care about their customers, and they really want for everyone who comes in to have a good experience. So Crowded Barrel is definitely one of those for us. And then, of course, the food truck that's right there, El Bodete, the taco truck with my favorite nachos in the whole place. But those two together is like such a primo combination. And we very much appreciate Crowded Barrel for accommodating us and taking care of us and making it a great time.
When I think of a business that's really done a stand-up job of being flexible, making it work, showing up last minute, and that one was on me for that month, Desert Door was such an amazing experience. The same night I wanted to do an event, they had I think it was either a reception or rehearsal dinner. Their event space was booked, but they said not to worry. We know exactly where we're going to put you. And they take really, really, really good care of their folks. The food there is amazing. The drinks are amazing. And while I'm like running through all the things that are amazing, I have to mention the league for hosting our kickoff for Social Club.
Oh my goodness, that was so good.
It was so good. It was so good.
People were going to come, so we couldn't really give an accurate.
Yeah.
And it just kept growing and growing and growing, and there were more people, and they didn't even bat an eye at us. They were like, "Come on in, we can."
Yes. So I'm super grateful for that. And, you know, a lot of these places, guys, when you call and you're like, oh, I want to get a room or do something, they have a minimum and they're like, okay, pony up several $100s is the minimum. If you know anything about book club, you know, we're trying to raise money for the library. We don't have any money. It all goes to the library. Social club, that's just a way to get together and hang out. So I said, you know, we aren't we aren't taking money here. I don't know what to do. And they're not to worry. They'll put us on the patio. They'll put us over here. You know, we can always seem to find a way. And for the businesses that try to find a way for us, bet your bottom dollar, we're coming back. And we really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, those are definitely, I would say those are definitely my tops. Oh, also Deep Eddy Vodka. How could I forget about them? They are so wonderful there. They're so kind. They're so, I feel like I just keep saying accommodating, but when you are looking for a place to bring a big group of people, it's really important that you be accommodated. And sometimes a big group is a little bit different than working with a smaller group or just going out to dinner with your family. Big group can be a little bit more challenging.
And Deep Eddy definitely holds space for us. And then they've allowed us to be really creative. Like I'll be forever grateful to Stasio and Michelle and their team at Deep Eddy. They are huge community supporters and have really come through time and time again for not just us, but like so many members of the community.
So many people.
I totally agree.
And the library, and oh my goodness, and Twisted X supported the library most recently when we had to do a quick shift of plans for our Library Giving Day celebration at the end of the day. Twisted X stepped up and they took great care of us, and that was another example of just getting it done, just figuring it out and getting us taken care of, and that was so wonderful.
Absolutely.
Also, the library as a whole, I feel like we have received so much support from everybody at the library. Mindy, Sarah Rose, Christina, I mean, everybody there is so, so wonderful. And anytime we're like, hey, what do you think about this? They're like, cool, you should do that. And they're just super supportive and cheering us on all the way. And we're so grateful to have Sarah Rose in our book club. We've got a celebrity in our book club. We've got Sarah Rose. If you didn't know, now you know.
Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh, isn't that the truth? And while I'm at it, I know we've never had a small enough group to do this, but my dream of dreams is someday to have a meetup at Sunday Bookshop, because I know they would love to have us, but we break their capacity barriers like really, really quickly. But my gosh, I just love what
one day we're gonna figure it out.
It'll happen. I mean, secretly we're going with friends, but they can accommodate that. Huge fans. And I know that Dixie really is cheering on Weekly Drip Book Club as well. And I just think it's so freaking cool. So that would be another business. I'd be like, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm really glad you're here.
Also, Summer Revival. It's been a while since we have had a group small enough also to be able to be there with them. But I mean, you cannot beat their Brussels Caesar salad. It is so good. And
I don't know. I think their Morty sandwich does. It just released on their. No, it just released on their menu like a couple days ago, and it's a mortadella like grilled sandwich. It is very Anthony Bourdain coated. I mean, it is.
Love it. So
good. The special this month is a club sandwich, and that is also delicious, and highly recommend.
Okay. Oh goodness. Well, I wish we had time to thank everybody. This is a fairly short show. We don't want to keep everybody on here for too long, but we just once more, we want to thank every single business that has allowed us to bring in our social club, our book club, or even just waited on us and our families here locally in Dripping Springs. I truly believe that we live in the greatest place in the world. And I don't think that there is another place that I would rather live, another community that I would rather be part of, or a more supportive community. I don't think that there's a more supportive community in the whole entire world. I challenge somebody to correct me on that. I don't think it's possible. So we're so grateful to you, all of you in Dripping Springs, the businesses, the people. It's because of you that we are able to have this beautiful community. Every single one of you contributes to the amazingness that is Dripping Springs. And we appreciate you greatly.
That's a great mic drop. Y'all, we'll see you next week, 4-ish o'clock, Weekly Drip, Season 6. I'm Ashley. That's Amber. We love Drip. Maybe we'll see you around town this weekend. Be well, y'all.